Hello everybody, I'm Gian Marco Carli, chef and owner of restaurant Il Principe in Pompeii, Naples, south of Italy. Welcome. Today I will introduce everybody to a very traditional Neapolitan recipe. It's a kind of white ragu. It's called Genovese. Genovese, a lot of people think about the naming of this plate because we are in Naples, but everybody tell me, why you prepare something coming from Genova in Naples? No, it's not coming from Genova. It's in our tradition since more than 350 years. The name is coming from the chef that realized this place for the King of Naples, Ferdinando II, during Borboni domination. He was cooking for the King of Naples during this period, this special recipe that during this time was made with wild animals. Now in the modern times, we realize that with very simple ingredients, we have fresh beef breast. That's the base of our ragu. It's a local animal coming from Podolica race. The rest of the ingredients are celery, fresh carrots, Arnurca apple. There is a variety of local apple, very sweet. And the base of our ragu, I told you it's a white kind of ragu, onions. Let's do that. The recipe is very easy. The proportion to respect, it's 1 kilogram of beef for every 2 kilogram of onions, 2 carrots, 2 celeries, like this, 2 apples. Everybody asks me why apples. Apples helps the ragu to have a much more balsamic flavor, much more sweet flavor. Sweetness is very long. We start the preparation. We start from the soffritto. So we take the 2 carrots. Of course, choosing the correct fresh ingredients, it's the half of the job we have to make to have a good result. We start. Carrots must be cut at half and half. Buongiorno, zia Buba. That's the cut we need for the soffritto, so in small cubes, or French style, we can call it also brunoise. So, finish with carrots. We start with celery. We first clean it, take off the leaves of the celery, and leave just the green part. Wash it a little bit. And we do the same cut that we did to the carrots, to the celery. our soffritto will end with the apples, annurca. For the apples, we cut it for parts. After cutting, we clean it from this part and the bones. You can leave the skin outside. That is full of pectin and will help you to have a good result at the end. Of course, if you don't find a Nurka apple, you can choose any kind of red apple, not green because it's too much acid. And we have a lot of acidity coming from the onions. Right. Now, we are ready for the main part, that is onions. My suggestion, if you don't want to cry too much, is to clean it from the skin outside and then put the onions in water. In the meanwhile, you're ready to cut everything. Putting the onions in water will help you to take off this part that makes you cry a lot. Secret is to cut the onions very thin, like this one, because the result at the end must be a cream of onions. So, last step, we have to clean the beef. So clean, but don't clean too much. We just will take off nerves on top of the meat. Then all the fatty part, we will need it to cook our ragu. All our taste is inside the fat, so we will preserve it for the ragu. So just this part, we cut in very big pieces the beef. Ready. We have all the ingredients ready to start cooking the ragu. Onions, our soffritto, beef. We move on fire. Andrea, oggi pazienza, mi serve questa parte, mi serve il più piccolino, Andrea. Che sono un po' grossi. So, to start, we always start with extra virgin olive oil. Già fatto, Andrea, già fatto. And we always start the ragu sealing the beef. So very high temperature down. When the temperature is very high, we go inside first with the beef. When we have the beef inside completely sealed, then you have a mild reaction all around. You start adding the soffritto. Soffritto needs 20 minutes to be ready. Actually, to be an original Neapolitan ragu needs a lot of time. Today's Saturday, it's the perfect day because usually in our tradition the ragu it's something that goes in the middle of the table of the Sunday. So when all the family is completed around the table. We start the cooking usually on Saturday morning around 9-10 o'clock in the morning after a coffee and nice cigarettes on the balcony. Then we go inside the cook, start cooking. Needs 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, around 2:30 you can stop your ragu and have a time of rest of at least 3-4 hours. You can start again around 6:30, so it's again 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, so it's another 4 hours. Then rest all night on the kitchen. Sunday morning when you wake up around 11 o'clock, you turn on the fire again, hour and a half, ragu is ready. This time of rest is very, 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 very fundamental and important to have a good results because it will help you to transfer the flavor from the meat to the complete ragu. At the beginning, it's just extra virgin olive oil, beef, black pepper, no salt. We don't need salt in this moment. Because salt takes out the water from the beef or from the vegetable. It's not the moment to have water inside. Mariana foglia loro, gentlemen. The moment to insert inside 2 or 3 laurel leaf. These are dried. I'm very, very sorry you cannot smell what is happening inside. Now you have a double choice. In the traditional way to prepare Genovese, some people in their traditional familiar recipe, they add in this moment 2 drops of white wine. In my case, I don't use it, so we will go without any wine inside. This must be the result of the beef after sealing it. Sealed but not burned, a little bit of Maillard on top. That's the moment that we can start adding the soffritto. Andrea, ma è una goccia concentrata. Tomato. More pepper. The secret for a good result is to don't add at all any water coming from the outside. So all the water you need to keep it cooking for all this time, it's already inside. Already inside the vegetables, already inside the onions, already inside the beef. So you will see in a minute how we will manage it. It's just a question of high and low fire down. And we will, of course, cook for almost the 85% of the time the ragu covered. Like this, all the humidity and the humors of and the flavors will be inside the pot. Soffritto, it's almost ready. Is the moment to start with the onions. My suggestion is to divide the onions in three parts. So first part, salt, we start mixing. Our fire down is still very high. Now we wait a few minutes that the onion start cooking. La piccia sotto a chilo, Sandrino. We add more extra virgin olive oil. Be generous. We enter the second part. Salt again. The same as before, we wait a few minutes that the onions start cooking. Last part. Salt again. Black pepper. Now the start of our ragu, it's ready. Like I told you before, now the secret is to be patient and wait the necessary time to give the ragu the correct texture and the correct time of cooking. Now is the moment to cover our ragu, and we go with very low fire down. First 4 hour cooking time now. That's the traditional pasta we use for this meat sauce, for this ragu. It's called macaroni della zita, you know why. You must break it by hand. What is very important of this pasta is to preserve, we call it la stroncatura, it's this part. It's very particular, gives a different taste, and it will go inside the pasta plate. Well, here we have the final result. This is a ragu that cooked, like I told you at the beginning, 4 hours, then resting another 4, then cooking another 4, and then cooking another 2 before to be served. The result is like a very creamy sauce, just realized with onions. That's the beef. The smell is fabulous. You see all the fat part coming up. Yummy. We start cooking our pasta. In the meanwhile, your pasta is cooking. Cut a little bit of fresh basil. You add in the pan. Helps giving the freshness and the Mediterranean flavor. Another little tip is that the pasta must be always finished inside the sauce. So if you have 7-8 minutes of time of cooking, my suggestion is to give like 5 in water, all the rest inside the pan, because the starch of the pasta will help you to have a better result, much more creamy, and one match together with sauce and pasta. And please eat pasta al dente. Every time you cook pasta not al dente, an Italian chef in Italy dies. So please try to enjoy it al dente, Italian style. So we are now in the half of the time of cooking. We go inside the pan. We add a little bit of water to help the pasta keep cooking. We add a few more drops of extra virgin olive oil at the end. Pepper. the moment to regulate salt. Almost ready, around 30 seconds. Vai, vai. No, tengo arredo piatto. So pasta is ready to be served. I like to enjoy it with a little bit of pecorino cheese. Add the pecorino with no fire down. And we will add a little bit more on the plate. Start cooking, plating, sorry. Andrea, me ne hanno cucciare, c'è di me. Mo chiedo. It's the moment to add sauce on top. See the piece of beef. Very important that it's there. Onions. Little bit of pecorino again. And some basil. Pasta's ready.
Grazie.
For us it's normal. Somebody to be comfortable with the fork cut and half and half.
Ah, okay.
For a smaller plate.
I see, I see.
Zé, meu marido.